Zero hedge. I'm following Catalonia, Spain, the separatist movement, pretty dang closely. And you look at this like this is how civil war starts. Okay, first of all, a region declares independence. We're tired. We asked to work with you, government. You promised us this. You didn't give it to us. You're taking more of our money. We're paying more taxes than anyone else. We don't get anything back. We got to work on that. The response, we can't work on that. They don't tell them this like this, but I'm telling you this. We can't because you're a cash cow and we need every penny we have. We're still in debt. We go more in debt every year like other countries. And we have interest we have to pay on this debt like all other countries because we all borrow the money into existence. And we can never get out of the debt, of course. So we need you to keep producing. That's how we're going to work with you on that. So nothing's changing. Correct. And as a matter of fact, little hint, we might be taking more from you in the near future. Right. No thanks. We're going to go ahead and secede. Independence. Have a nice day. And then, of course, Spain, we need that money. We can't live without it. We're going to have to go in and take over. The heavy fist of the law, of course, or the heavy hand of the law. But again, it's not really a hand, it's a fist. Catalan separatists plan human shield, civil disobedience, to block the Spanish takeover. If Spain hoped that Catalonia would willingly and cheerfully hand over control over the separatist region to Madrid after Rajoy announced on Saturday that the Spanish government will fire Catalan leaders and force new elections in 6 months, he may be disappointed. According to Bloomberg, Catalan separatists are mobilizing a human shield to block efforts by Spanish authorities to take control of the breakaway region as both sides prepare to escalate the political conflict beyond what may soon be a point of no return. The dramatic Catalan action is in response to Rajoy's shocking announcement on Saturday when he disclosed plans to clear out the entire separatist administration in Barcelona and take control of key institutions, including public media. Of course, you got to take control of the media. First thing. Rule number 1 in the blueprint of a dictatorship, by the way, is take over the media. Not to say that Spain is a dictatorship at the moment, but I'm just telling you, in the past, all dictators wanted, like rule number 1, control the media, take over the media. Do not allow people with free speech to get out there and tell people what's happening. You must control the narrative at all times. What did the late and great comedian George Carlin say? I go by one rule. Something like that. I'll paraphrase because I don't remember the exact thing. I go by one rule. I never, ever, ever trust anything that the government tells me. Never. Never anything they show me or tell me. I live my life by that one rule. And boy, did he nail it. Let's see. The dramatic Catalan action is in response to Rajoy's shocking announcement on Saturday, when he disclosed plans to clear out the entire separatist administration in Barcelona and take control of key institutions, including public media and the regional police force, the Mossos d'Esquadra. Spain's chief prosecutor said that if Puigdemont declares independence, he would face as much as 30 years in jail, and signaled that he could be arrested immediately. We are calling for a peaceful and democratic defense of the institutions, Luis Corominas, the leader of the main separatist group in the Catalan parliament, said at a press conference in Barcelona. According to two sources quoted by Bloomberg, groups of Catalan separatists will concentrate their activists around the regional government's headquarters in Barcelona's Gothic Quarter in the nearby Parliament building. They expect Spanish police to use force to try to shut down the administration and will put their bodies on the line. Excuse me, gotta have a drink. Let the bodies on the line. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Where else? Following weeks of escalating tensions between Madrid and Barcelona, this is shaping up as a critical week for political brinkmanship. The Catalan leadership was left to plot its next move following Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy's declaration of unprecedented measures to reassert his authority. The rebels in Barcelona are running out of options while Madrid attempts to bring an edge to the country's most dramatic political crisis for 4 decades. The showdown may come at the end of the week Regional President Carles Puigdemont, who accused Rajoy of a coup d'etat, is set to be ousted by the Spanish government, and his allies are signaling he could declare independence. The legislature in Barcelona, which is controlled by separatist parties, will convene on Thursday and Friday, just as Rajoy is expected to win approval from the Senate for his crackdown. Separately, Reuters reported that Catalonia said on Monday it was confident all officials, including police, would defy attempts by Madrid to enforce direct rule on the region. The leaders of the secessionist campaign said a disputed referendum on October 1st gave them the mandate to claim independence from the rest of Spain. It's not that we will refuse orders. It's not a personal decision. It is a 7 million personal decision, Catalonia's Foreign Affairs Chief Raúl Romeva told BBC Radio. Romeva was asked whether he believed all institutions, including the police, would follow orders from Catalan institutions rather than from the Spanish government. Quote, "And from that perspective, I have no doubt that all civil servants in Catalonia will keep following the instructions provided by the elected and legitimate institutions that we have right now in place of Catalonia," he responded. Spain's deputy prime minister said Puigdemont would be out of a job once direct rule was enforced and Madrid would install its own representative. The Spanish government has said it would call a regional election within 6 months. They are president of the regional government and senior figures in that government because of the constitution. They are not entrusted with that role by any divine authority. Civil disobedience was also backed by far-left CUP, C-U-P, a key support, which is interesting. Far left is okay with that. Key support for Catalonia's pro-independence minority government in the regional parliament, which called Madrid's actions an aggression against all Catalans, an aggression which will be met with massive civil disobedience. The CUP said in a statement. "Give me a bottle and a mother cup, so me and the boys can get what?" Yeah. Several hundred Catalan municipalities said they were against direct rule from Madrid and asked the Catalan parliament to vote on a motion rejecting it. Meanwhile, Catalan President Carles Puigdemont called the Catalan parliament to meet this week to agree on a response to Madrid, something many observers said could pave the way for a formal declaration of independence. The assembly will meet on Thursday to agree to a response to direct rule. Several influential Catalan newspapers called on Puigdemont to, on Sunday, resolve the crisis by calling a snap election before direct rule becomes effective. However, Catalan government spokesman Jordi Turull said that this was not an option. It is not clear whether a vote in the region would help resolve the crisis. And as Reuters has added, an opinion poll published by the El Periodico newspaper on Sunday showed a snap election would probably have results similar to the last ballot in 2015, when a coalition of pro-independence parties formed a minority government. So this is what happens. Like I said, I said this the other day, you can only squeeze somebody so much. We need more taxes, more money. Wait a minute, you guys are destroying us in taxes. Why are we footing the bill for the rest of Spain? And I gave you the example the other day of America. As citizens, why are we all paying taxes and more taxes and these fees? When the illegals come over, they get free health care, free food vouchers, free diapers for their little babies, and a job on the side that's not being reported while they're pulling in the cash. It's been a while since I told you this story, but my dad was standing in line one time at a Walmart. And somebody was there. I think it was my dad. I'll have to ask him if it was him I got this from. Guy standing there, pulls out a wallet. A Mexican in this case. Again, I use Mexican, that term, because the people we have in Florida and in this area that are, if someone's going to be illegal, it's these guys. Remember, I'm coming from fact because I used to work for the sheriff's office as a volunteer on a volunteer basis. And I know this for 100% fact, okay? The illegals that come to Florida, for the most part, sure, there's some Cubans come over. In this area, it's Mexicans. And I'm not saying that these people are bad people, right? you can't fault somebody for wanting to go somewhere else where life is, where there's greener pastures on the other side of the fence, so to speak. You can't fault someone for trying to better their family. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. But that doesn't mean you get to come over here, use up all of our resources, we pay for it all, while you take this cash money and then send it back home to people in Mexico while not paying the taxes and things that we pay here. Right? Now, I got a problem with that. Okay? And this guy standing in line, Mexican guy, he's got to pull his wallet out. Big wad of cash in there. My dad, I think it was my dad, and sees this, thinking, oh, he's got a whole boatload of groceries here. Cool, just whatever. Pay for it. Reaches in and grabs the EBT card instead. Cha-ching. You ain't touching my cash. Are you kidding me? No, he didn't say that. Which then prompted him to say, just out of curiosity, when it was his turn to go pay for his groceries, how many people would you say, during the day or whatever, use an EBT card? And I thought the lady told him 1 out of 3. Every other, well, not every other, but every third person was using an EBT card. And I thought, now this was a few years ago, by the way. Let me just say that. So this would have been after the 2008-9, and it's still shocking. I don't care what time it was. What part of the century, 2008, 9, 10, 11, I don't care. Yeah, we had a problem. The banksters caused, of course. Housing collapse. But we can't sit here and pay for all this. That's the point. And then be told we need more people, let more of them in. Let more illegal people, we don't want to use the word illegal, immigrants in. And then we pay for that. So you can understand Catalonia saying, because there's an issue with immigrants there too, little one. That's not really the big one. The big one is we're tired of giving you all of our money. We're a cash cow. We get nothing in return. We asked for some more autonomy. You agreed. Then the Supreme Court struck it down later after we had the agreement. So what do you want us to do? Of course they had to strike it down. And now they're going to take their, Catalonian selves and say, we're going to earn all this money. And you know what they could literally do in that if it becomes its own country? Guys, you know what your tax brackets are today? Yeah, listen. Since we don't have to pay for this obese, filthy pig, incredible wasteful spending thing known as, in this case, the Spanish government, but you could just fill in any nation government for the most part. We have a lot of money extra on our hands. So taxes are going down big time. Go out, enjoy your money, spend, consume, stimulate the economy a little bit more. Take care. Right? That's how it's going to go. That's how that's going to go. They don't need all the extra money. So what are you going to do? Lower taxes. Lower all the taxes. Everybody will be happy. Oh, and the police force, you guys stuck with the whole time? Bang, you're getting a raise. You guys are getting a well-deserved raise. Because I did see video of the local police force trying to stop the national police force from breaking down doors into some of the voting polling stations. I did see some of that video. So you guys, raise up on the house. Thank you. Take care.